What's going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to On the Topic Of, which is a series every single Friday right here on the YouTube channel where I choose a piece of news that's been in the video game news spotlight and I give my thoughts and opinions on it, as well as keep you guys informed as to what is going on in our oh so glorious industry. And today we are going to be talking about a huge milestone that the PlayStation 4 hit this past week, which is the fact that it now has 500 plus games on it that are able to be played, and they're all individual games that are different from one another, and that's a pretty big milestone, and I want to kind of say a few words on that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, at the time of making this video, there are about 516 games available to be purchased individually on the PlayStation Store, which is very, very impressive. And a lot of people are going to say that the indie games are going to cushion that number a good bit, and in fact they do. 264 of these are indie titles, but not all of those are just, garbage that someone just pushed out one day. A lot of those are actually pretty good games. On the other side of the street, you've got Xbox, and they have about 350 or so games, but of course with that backwards compatibility coming in later this month, you're going to get over 100 games coming because of that fact. So at the end of the day, they're both going to be right around 500, both of which are very impressive numbers, although the Xbox one could be considered to be kind of faulty just because of that extra 100 coming in from the Xbox 360. At the same time, you can look at the indie games coming in from the PlayStation 4, and at the end of the day, they both pretty much even out. Now, I do have to say that not all of the games that are available on the PlayStation 4 are necessarily quality games. A lot of them are games that have been pushed out by developers just because they want to make some revenue, maybe get the game out there, or they might have actually genuinely tried pretty hard and the game just didn't turn out the way they wanted it to be. AAA titles turn out this exact same way, like Call of Duty Ghosts. Some people liked it, some people didn't, the majority didn't, and ultimately it didn't sell very well, and it's one of the least popular games in the franchise. Not all of the games that are on either of the systems are going to be up to the standards of the majority of the gaming population, and quite frankly that's okay because there are still a ton of games out there to play on both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. So with the PlayStation 4 hitting that 500 games mark and the Xbox One quickly approaching it, in my mind this is pretty much signaling the turn, so to speak, the turn over to the new generation of consoles as the exclusive place to play. The last generation of consoles, I think we can all pretty much say, is dead. With Call of Duty Black Ops 3 coming out today, then you're going to be looking at the Xbox 360 version of the game and the Xbox One version of the game. The Xbox 360 version of the game is entirely missing the campaign. Like all of it, which is a pretty much bad experience whenever you compare it to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions of the games, because you get the full experience over here, and if you're still stuck back on the Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, you're just not getting the best gaming experience you can, and it's definitely time to start figuring out a way to go ahead and try and save up enough money to get a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, or even a PC if you choose to go that route. So what it comes down to is that if you choose to stick with the last generation of consoles for as long as you can, or go ahead and jump up to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One if you already haven't made that leap, is that the amount of games is not going to stop growing by any stretch of the imagination for a good long while. And my point is that 500 games on the PlayStation 4 and almost 500 games on the Xbox One is a pretty significant milestone, and that means that a lot of games are available for everyone to play and a lot of content is out there for us to enjoy, which is always good news, at least it is to me. So there you guys have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like down below and comment what you think about PlayStation 4 hitting 500 games. How many have you played through if you have a PlayStation 4? How many games do you think you've played through in your entire gaming lifetime? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and if you are new to the channel or you've never seen any of my other content, I upload new stuff like 3 or 4 days a week depending on the week, so there's always something new on the channel when you drop by to watch some videos. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.